So this first young person, not a kid anymore, but he was, I started working with him about 5 years ago through Youth Development Incorporated's Teatro Consejo, or Theater of Counsel program. He came in, started doing hip hop, really good at it right away. We'd battle on the mic, we'd have our MC battles, and he's just grown and evolved not only as an artist, but as a young adult. So super talented, he's gonna wow you and woo you with his skills.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. George Gurule.
Thank you. 5/13/95. UNM, life was made, and as that kid grew older, his life was changed. His heart became colder and his mind was stained. He set aside his feelings knowing his life was hate, built on lies. He tried to die with pills and a knife, yet still breathing. I'm colder than the great vanilla when it comes to ice, and older in my mind than bolder Dash in Christ. I hung around with the streets and I ain't done paying the price. I hung around with that black and didn't bother to weigh the time. Got a dad victim to crack and I seen him fighting for his life. I've been locked up for what's whack and I don't bother to ask why. How can I be surprised? Kellen Keller seen that coming and she's deaf, dead and blind. I committed the crimes, I waited in line to say a rhyme. Look, look, look. Now I'm headed in elevation, but a first-class flight. Straight up out this world, yeah, I'm headed out of sight. I'm gone about this place like some hype. Pumping up the crowd cause I feed them on my height. Jumping up and down cause I'm feeding on my height. Setting aside, run from right, and it's only for the night. Look, never thought I'd be this numb, but I'm still trying to live it up. I read that city that I'm from and I ain't never giving up. So many people on my side, setting aside, run from right, and it's only for the night. Look, yo. Thank you guys. So first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. We really appreciate you supporting all of our local talent. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about myself and a little bit about why I got into music and what motivated me. So at 13 years old, I was going through a really hard time in my life. My parents split up. My dad started doing drugs, and it was really hard on me. I had no outlets, I had no coping skills, and I had nobody to talk to. So one day, I decided to start writing, and it became a hobby. More than a hobby, it became a part of me, a passion. But I wanted to get serious about it. And I heard this story by Eric Thomas. It was this really passionate kid. He met a guru, and this guru was really successful. He had a family, he was financially free. He basically had anything that an adult would want. This kid was really passionate about wanting to be successful. So one day he gets the courage to go up to the man, and he asks, "What sets you aside from me?" The man said, "Well, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and all men were created equal, right?" He said, "You want to be successful?" He said, "More than ever." He said, "Meet me at the beach at 4 a.m. Thinking in his mind, without hesitation, the kid says, "Okay." Gets ready, goes to sleep that night, gets rested, comes back the next morning, dressed up, doesn't know what he's getting into. He heads to the beach and he sees the guru in the water. And the guru says, "Come out in the water, I want to show you something." The kid thinking, "I want to make money, right? I'm not here to swim." He walks out into the water, water's up to his knees about. He said, "Come out a little further. I want to see you face to face with me." He walks out, he's a little shorter than the guru, so the water's up to his chin. He says, "You trust me, right? And you want to be successful, right?" He said, "More than ever." He said, "Okay." He grabs him by his head, he puts him underwater. He's drowning, he didn't get to take his breath. He's clawing at the surface, bubbles are coming out of his mouth. And right before he was about to pass out, he pulled him up. And he said, "When you were underwater, what did you want to do? Breathe, right?" He said, "Once you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you'll be successful." Meaning you're not thinking about that thing that doesn't matter. You're not thinking about your girlfriend. You're not thinking about that TV show, your phone, anything like that. All you're thinking about is merely being successful. So once I got to that point and I heard that story in my life, it lit a spark in me and it made me want to pursue music even harder than I was before. My name's George Gurule. Thank you everybody for coming out, and you guys have a great night.
Yeah, keep it going for George, aka Emcee Heavy Magic.